Hey, we're live because feeling kind of crappy today. Didn't sleep. Was up till 5 a.m. ish. I'm listening to the world's worst coach on my headphones. Because, Coach Eli has amazing content. And what would I do in the morning if I didn't wake up and have Eli to brighten up my day? Funny shit. So, I don't know. I don't have anything to talk about, really. I can't mention his name, apparently. It's a bad thing. I don't know. So, he brought me up last night, as always, because he just can't help himself. He does like the drama. And he likes to admit it or not. He loves the drama. Apparently, I am mentally and unstable. You have heard such crap. Mentally unstable. Yes, Eli. I'm mentally unstable. I'm crazy. I'm like all the women that don't want to date you. I don't know. I just thought I'd come on for a bit. I'm listening to his great advice in my ear because, like he said, his advice is wonderful and I'm not open to his advice, so I'm listening. Oh, he shut down his channel 2 years ago. Did anyone know that? Because he hasn't told you 30,000 times. But I'm not streaming his stream, so we can't be butthurt about that because I'm not streaming it. Not streaming his content. Sorry, Eli. Nothing you can do about that. It's called listening to you and critiquing you, which amazingly, get this, is perfectly fine in YouTube rules. Listening to Eli's wonderful advice. See? You can't do shit, Eli. Because I'm not actually watching you. I'm listening. Take it, Eli. I'm listening to your great advice to people. Because apparently we're not open to listening to you. So I'm listening to you. Chances are, and this is just scapegoating here, I will probably not like anything you have to say. Who knew I would disagree with you? Now, I'm not mentally challenged or handicapped or low life or whatever scummy little word you come up with. Jeez. Oh, look, he's going back again. It's like a time warp on Eli's channel. He goes back and back and back every day. Yeah. So what happened, just to recap, Eli had a channel that had 800 subscribers. And he was botted by somebody. They gave him a bunch of subscribers and he thought, oh, I've made it. And he hadn't. He hadn't made it at all. His actual channel, I believe, has 1.1, not 4,000. Sorry, Eli, but you're wrong. Good morning, Gemma, or good afternoon, should I say. How are you doing? He did make a video, technically, on me last night and said that I was mentally unstable, emotional, and all this crap, and then it wouldn't be worth debating me because I wouldn't be open to listening to his opinions. So what I'm doing now is I'm listening to his opinions. See? Listening. Apparently, I can learn something from Eli's channel. So what I'm doing is I'm listening to his chat to see if I can actually learn something from him. How cool is that? I'm trying to learn from Eli. Because apparently I'm not open to his opinions, so I'm not worth debating. Who knew he couldn't handle debating a woman, of all people? Yeah, he can't handle debating a woman because he might, just might, be in the wrong. Is that even possible in his mind? I doubt that he thinks he could be wrong. Apparently all women are in the wrong, so I've lost already. Who knew? Who knew I'd lose already, to Eli? But I'm listening to him. It's not on stream. He can't do nothing about it. Following guidelines. He's delusional. Yeah. He said I was mentally challenged. I didn't love myself. Basically, I'm not worth mentioning. I'm trying to get in with the drama sphere. Funny. You're a approved moron, Eli. Anything you've been approved at is being a moron. Oh no, I got so excited when you were monetized, Eli. You know what I did? I went in my kitchen, I took a shot, and I had some party poppers, and we were like, woo! Eli's monetized. More of his crap on a daily day basis. Great. Just what YouTube needs. And now he doesn't actually do real content. Now he doesn't do real content because he has to keep his monetization green. So he's not going to bash anyone anymore or do anything interesting, which has now made his content just boring. Just bad karma. There's good karma and bad karma. And you're going to get loads of bad karma, Eli. Hopefully. In a truck. Yeah. We're not worth debating, Gemma, because we are women. How cool is that? Because I'm a woman, I'm apparently not debatable. Mm. But I do have one up on Eli. Kind of care, but don't really. That's exactly how I feel about Eli. I kind of care what he says about me, but not really. I mean, it's like water off a duck's back. So this is to Eli. Um, Hang on, like that. Kind of care, but don't really. I honestly couldn't care what he thinks of me. I am a strong, independent woman who lives by her own means, who has her own YouTube channel, her own life, her own friends, and I have more than he'll ever have. Oh, look, Eli's dipped out of his channel in like 10 minutes of it being live. That's how you keep the people in your channel, Eli. You disappear 5 minutes later. Ah. How sweet. Eli trying to give advice to a man who's getting divorced from his wife, and Eli apparently knows everything, even though he's never actually been married himself, he's never been divorced, but apparently he's the perfect person to give advice on marriage and divorce. I hate the people that feel that they can give advice on shit that um isn't even. I mean, he's never had a relationship that's lasted. He's never really got to grips with the fact he was dumped by Dana. He probably never will. I mean, let's be honest. Every time he has content on women, he brings her up. The poor girl, he just won't let Dana go. He just goes round and round about this woman that he dated for what, 3 years? He brought her on YouTube and unfortunately kind of drove her off. Apparently it was us. and we were bullying him and bullying her, and we drove him away. Apparently. We didn't drive her away. She left him, let's be fair, like all women have done. And now he'd like to think that he can give marriage advice to a guy that's getting a divorce. The last time he gave advice to somebody was Furious Reactor, aka Not So Nerdy Gaming, and he actually left his wife based on Eli's account of his wife. Who would leave their wife based on Eli's advice? Let's be honest. Who would leave their wife because of him? He gave advice to Furious Reactor, who left his girlfriend. Yeah, they broke up because he followed Eli's advice. And in the end, he ended up worse off for it. And then when Eli said you shouldn't have left your wife when they had a falling out, he told Furious that he left his wife off his own back. He can only give advice. Well, I'm guessing the advice you gave was crap, Eli. My lip is sore still. Anyone wondering, my lip is still sore, but I'm using Savirax to try and sort it. Really? There you go. Dana's still in his heart. Thank you, Sharpshooter. Perfect. If you'd like to donate to my channel, my PayPal link is in the description. Everything you donate to my channel does help. It's the support against Eli Fund to keep me as a YouTuber so that I can afford to be a YouTuber and to stay around, because it's not cheap being a YouTuber. This takes up quite a lot of my time, which is why I haven't live streamed as much, because I have a part-time eBay reselling business. I use Savirax or Sudocrem on Source. Okay, Sudocrem. I never thought of using Sudocrem, but when I went to the pharmacist, they said Savirax was the best, so that's what I bought. I have a lip, and because of wearing masks so much, my face is splitting and drying. So apparently I need to drink more. I'm kind of dehydrated, and it will help me. So we shall see. He claims it would get rid of it in 2 days, and I've put it on for 1 so far, I believe, or 2. And it is healing. If you've watched my other streams, you will see that it is healing. It is getting better. But we're listening to, or I am listening to, you can check out Coach I Don't Give Really Good Advice on his channel. If you don't know who he is, I'd be very surprised. He's giving great advice this morning to a divorced or going to be divorced man. Has to grill everybody on their advice. But yeah, I will use Savirax. I have a great big tube of it, and hopefully it works. Who needs a break in a live stream? Can he not hold his bladder? Can he not wait to have a smoke? Is it hard to forget his ex-girlfriend? Yes, it is if you put her on a live stream and talk about her constantly. You're never going to let go, Mr. E. We won't use his name because I know he'll flag me. But Mr. E talks about his girlfriend in every stream, his ex, and he wonders if he can let her go. She was the love of his life. Well, stop talking about her then. Have you ever considered that? Have you considered people don't want to hear about your dating life 24/7 on how much of a failure it is? He also catfishes women, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. He catfishes women for his channel. If you didn't know, he goes on Match.com or OkCupid. He catfishes women with this really terrible profile, which I actually have had my eyes on. And then when the relationship or the date doesn't go well, he comes onto YouTube and he talks about it, because apparently it's great content to make fun of these women that took 5 minutes and actually wanted to possibly date him. Possibly. He so he has a Match.com and an OkCupid profile, and he uses these profiles to get women interested, and then when they don't go with what he basically is offering in terms of dating, he does a video on them, and he's done it to 3 women now. So if you are on OkCupid or Match.com and you come across Mr. E's profile and you then don't date him, you may find yourself on the you might actually find yourself on his channel as a subject matter that apparently is perfectly fine to do so. Apparently he's perfectly in his right to go on a date, and when it goes wrong, he is perfectly allowed to then make content on it. Hey Mark, good try the other day to beat me on the Amityville horror. I'm sorry, but I'm the horror queen. You have to let it go. Are you mentioned in his channel? I am on occasion, yeah. He mentioned me last night. He mentioned me last night and told me that I was mentally and emotionally unstable, and that he can't debate me, basically, i.e. because I'm a woman, and I would disagree with every opinion he has. Apparently, women are emotional beings who apparently wouldn't want to hear Eli's opinion, and that I would just go with my own opinion and wouldn't give him basically the time of day to give his, which is just crap. Basically, he doesn't want to debate a woman because obviously he's either scared of me or he's just worried that maybe, just maybe, he might be in the wrong. Eli might be proved wrong. Is that possible? It is possible that Eli is wrong. Have you ever known a man not to be? Not all men can be right 24/7, and I don't say that I'm right 24/7, but I know for a fact that catfishing women on YouTube as content by using your Match and OkCupid is kind of wrong. There is 3 videos on his channel where he uses Match.com and OkCupid to try and date women, and when it goes wrong, apparently they are great content for his channel. He then comes onto his channel and he bashes the woman that then didn't want a second date with him. Isn't that nice of him? And they wonder why they're not going on a second date with him. Yeah, he bashes these women and makes fun of them and picks on little bits of them that he decided they were, and then he makes a video about it. So at the minute, he is the catfisher of YouTube. Some people aren't worth your time and energy. Yeah, he's catfishing people. Sounds like a dating app to shag around. Yeah, you've got OkCupid and Match.com, and then Match.com is meant to be to find your dream woman. So he does these profiles, which I actually have his profile. I've actually been sent his OkCupid profile to look at by someone behind the scenes, and he comes off on his profile as this well-educated, smushy, lovey-dovey man, and then you find out that he just wants you to marry him and pop out a baby. That's basically his forte. And if you don't say you want a child and you don't want to marry, he kicks you to the curb. That's how quick you have to want something from him. Kind of sad, really. Mr. M is taking a break, so we're going to change the subject for 5 minutes because I'm sure he's going to check my channel. So, how are you doing, Mark? Are you sore that I beat you on Amityville Horror? Are you sore about that? Because you should be. I am technically the horror queen. Sounds like a weirdo. Well, you can be whoever you want to be in this life, and you can make decisions on who you want to be. Some people are one thing and some people are different. Yeah, he's coming to check my stream, everyone. So let's be on our best behavior. I'm happy to beat you because I hate horror. Oh, and you're going to be doing, is it, what did she say? Is it Sonic next week or Mario? Is it Mario? Mario content next week, I think. And you can whip my ass on that one because I don't know anything about Mario. I do game. Mario, not so much. I think it was Mario, she said. But yeah, if it's a horror content, yeah, you're not going to beat me, Mark. I'm sorry, but I think I've won every horror quiz she's ever done, which sounds kind of big-headed, but if you go back through, I have. I sometimes feel like that I shouldn't because it's putting other women out. I kind of feel that I shouldn't because it kind of puts other people out, Mark, but you know, I like to support the Midnight Owl. The Night Owl, sorry, Midnight Owl. That would have been a cool name. Night Owl. Do you go to her Twitch ones at all, Mark? I haven't been over on her Twitch, but I do have a Twitch. Hey, Riley, and I'd like to spank. Do you know, Riley? That's interesting. To be fair, Riley, let's put it out there. Yesterday when you came on your stream in the evening, maybe you should put a top on. Just saying. Just putting it out there. You should put a top on. And pants, maybe. I don't know about you, but you had 2 streams yesterday. One, you didn't have any pants on. And the second one, you came in without a top on. As much as I like to see a man, try wearing a top. I know I'm single. But I don't have YouTube's ready for it yet, Riley. With all these men out there, I don't know if all the women are ready for you being topless, Riley, but it was a nice view nonetheless. Yeah. Was coming from the no worries. It made me smile for a couple of seconds. You came through and I was like, he's got no top on. Like, okay. That kind of stream, is it? I don't think you can actually stream. You're welcome, Riley. I'm a single woman. I've been single for a year, so catching a glimpse of a man with his top off is like Christmas. Yes, if you're wondering, I am listening to great advice. 2 can play at that game. Sometimes you have to look into the person you're playing with. Who doesn't like cheesy 80s twinkly music? Anyone? Sounds like you've been put on hold. Oh, look, a message behind the scenes. I don't have anyone behind the scenes. I wish I did because behind the scenes sounds so exciting. If only I had that many friends on YouTube to have a behind the scenes because I'm emotionally unstable and I just don't have friends. That's also the funniest shit I've ever heard. But aside from that, You guys can think what you like, because there is a saying for that, and it's this: kind of care, but don't really. Read it and weep. You can cry over that into your pillow at night. I don't really care. This to me is fun. This is my daily fun. From working my butt off trying to run a small part-time hobby business, whatever you want to call it, while I am trying to look for other work. I run myself ragged. I sit here, I do my work at the same time, as well as watching people's live streams, and I multitask. I literally sit here with my eBay stuff. I have my YouTube stuff. I pay my bills. I even sort dinner from here. I sort everything from my chair because it's better on my back, to be fair. But last night was fun. Thank you, Riley, for hosting. Hosting and talking to me last night. It's nice to talk to people outside of YouTube, make friends, connect. It's hard always to connect on YouTube because when you're doing a live stream, you're always behind the scenes and it's a message. But I've actually met some people in my YouTube, actually in real life. I've met at least 10 people from YouTube in real life, which was kind of fun. And I've reconnected with quite a few of them recently. Obviously, with COVID, you can't go and meet people. We are still in a national lockdown in the UK until at least, I believe it's March or the end of March. So I am stuck indoors for at least another month. Literally spent 2020 and 2021 in my house, which sounds fun, but it really isn't. I live in a flat. So really, I have my bedroom and my lounge, and that's my escape. You're only allowed 1 hour of exercise a day in the UK. That's it. You can go food shopping. You can do 1 hour of exercise. You can only go to the supermarket supposedly once a week, and then you have to be in the rest of the time. So I am staring at walls every day until at least the end of March. And I've been doing that since I moved here in June. And then before that, from February to June, I was doing it at my ex's house. So I've literally spent a year of being single indoors. It's hard dating when you can't leave your house. Have you ever tried that? You ever tried dating and leaving your house? The only way to date is to break all the rules and to meet people and that. And I don't know about rule breaking. Am I a rule breaker? That is the question. Would I break rules to meet a guy to hang out during COVID? Probably not. I would probably try and keep to the rules. I have done for most of the year, mind you. I have tried to keep to rules and be a good girl. As much as my inner girl would want to be bad, I do try to be good, mind you. But what's everyone else been up to? I don't really have any content as such today. I kind of gave my peace of mind yesterday, although I do have someone's interesting dating profile to look at, which should be fun reading tonight in bed. Learning more, because unfortunately I'm not a woman to be messed with. I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm single now. I don't have technically a family to worry about as such. I have a family, but my oldest is 18. My middle child is 17. I have a youngest that's 12, but he doesn't live with me. So I have no problems talking on YouTube about certain stuff. Nothing is really taboo. And my channel, as much as I love it, you know, you can always make a new one. That's the luxury of YouTube. You can always make a new channel. But do we feel that women are unstable and emotional and all this crap that apparently coaches, life coaches, tell people? Apparently, because you're a woman, you're not worth debating. Now, if I was a man, would that be an entirely different story? Is it because I'm a woman? Is it most likely it becomes I'm a woman he can't open his eyes and mind to a different opinion from a woman's side of things? And thank you to Reslamania, who does support me and does support Eli, which I don't mind. And he did kind of stick up for me. As much as Eli hated that, he did say, well, why don't you debate the woman? Why don't you? He calls me unstable emotionally and insecure. Apparently, I don't love myself. I have to love myself, apparently. Do I need to love myself? Is that really what I need, Eli? Should I love myself? Would that make you happy? I am emotionally, mentally incapable, unstable. I don't love myself. I'm at the lowest point in my life, apparently. Lowest point in my life. I have my own house, my own money. I'm single. Yeah. Must have hit rock bottom. Yeah, can you see that I've hit rock bottom? Obviously, lowest of the low. Yeah, I've hit rock bottom. Yeah, yeah. I was single in February. By June, I had my own place. I got my shit together pretty quickly, I must admit. And here I am now, listening to the world's best advisor on my life, apparently. Good morning, Brutal Mafia. How are we doing? We are listening to the worst life coach the universe has ever had the unfortunate experience to have graced on the platform. Apparently, Brutal, I'm emotionally unstable and incapable of having a debate with a man because I would just be self opinionated and I'm not opening to listening to Eli. Would you believe it? Who knew? Who knew I was self opinionated and I wouldn't listen to people? No one gives self-help and personal development. Where's the proof that Eli's helped anybody? Anyone? Proof to the contrary, Eli. Proof to the contrary. He's not helped anybody. He drives people from his channel after he's got everything he wants. He will be alone forever. Oh, a story. Story time. Eli's doing story time. Doesn't everybody love story time? Now gather round, everybody. Get your little snuggie or your little blankie. Get yourself a drink because Eli is doing story time. More bullshit content from Eli. Yeah, he's just worried, Brutal, that maybe, just maybe, he might actually be wrong. And his head might just explode. I don't think he can handle that a strong woman might actually eat him alive. Because I've never backed off from Eli, ever. When I was banned from his channel twice and he kept making videos on me, I stuck to my ground. Each and every time I live streamed the shit out of him back then. And I kept going. And I still hate Eli. And apparently, I believe Eli wants a slave. Yeah, he wants her chained up in his basement, popping out babies like some kind of conveyor belt. And he doesn't want to marry her. He just wants to put a ball and chain on her leg and pay her a minimum wage for being his so-called wife. Hey, Exploring Ginger. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and support all the wonderful people in the chat, as they are wonderful. And if you'd like to help my channel, you can PayPal me. It does help me fund the I Hate Eli appreciation. And it does help me stay on YouTube, trying to do this more often. But I also have to work as well. I had to combine the two because I work for myself, Eli. I don't lie about a job. I actually have one. Look, I actually have work, Eli, unlike you, who sits at home in your mum's basement, not doing anything. You know, do feel free to support the basement kid, as he's now being called by me. Oh, look. Oh, look at this. Eli story time. Oh, look. If you listen to Coach Dork's Eli channel, he's bashing women again. Yeah, he's bashing women again. Mm-hmm. He's bashing women again. This is a guy that wants to date a woman, but he spends most of his YouTube life bashing them. He's bashing women's expectations of a man and a relationship, although he's trying to get a woman and a relationship. Is this really the way to get a woman, by bashing them on YouTube? Women are the problem, according to Eli. It's not about his securities and failures. Exactly. Exactly, brutal. Everything that is wrong in Eli's life is attributed to a woman. Did you know that? So it's got to be Eli's mum's fault on most of his life, up until he became an adult. And now it becomes his girlfriend's fault on their entire life. Everything to do with his life is at fault from his girlfriend. Is that this is how it's going? Is it, Eli? That everything in your life that you've ever done wrong is to do with a woman? You can feel how you like, Eli, but your life cannot be blamed by women constantly. Your failings are your own. He's giving Furious Reactor some advice. The not so nerdy gamer, who Eli is literally grooming into his little protege. And I don't understand why he's listening to Eli's bullshit. I don't get it. I don't get Furious Reactor's angle on this. Why he listens to him. Eli blames his own mother for how he turned out. Yeah, it wouldn't be his fault. Of course not. Brainstorm. Did you hear that? Brainstorm. Eli's going to brainstorm over the weekend on how to help Furious Reactor. He's trying to help, but he's also scheming in the background. Always good, Eli, to have a front when you're scheming, isn't it? Behind the scenes. And you're my bro. Everyone's his bro. I don't know what little fraternity he'd like to be in. Maybe he didn't have a college fraternity. Maybe he was the cuck of the fraternity. Maybe he wanted to be in with the jocks and the popular kids, and mummy just wouldn't let him. Or maybe it's because he's a dweeb and nobody wanted him in there. Ooh, private moderator chat behind the scenes, but apparently he has a problem with Jamie having a membership and a behind the scenes. Oh, pot calling the kettle black there, Eli. Are you plotting, Eli? Is it? Are you plotting? Furious Reactor is not able to be helped. Furious Reactor was a decent bloke. Then he met Eli. Eli corrupted him. Eli threw him to the curb when he got his girlfriend and him to split up. Then when they fell out, Eli, hang on. Then when they fell out, Eli threw it in his face that he left his girlfriend, but he followed Eli's advice. And now this poor boy is back with Eli because he's filled his head with such crap that he's going to help his channel grow, help him get monetized, and they're like best buddies. Oh, Jesus, no. He's reading another blog, ladies and gentlemen. The guy with no content is reading a blog. Reading a blog. Ooh. He's reading a blog called Combat Social Pressure or Social Pressure Gets You kind of thing. He's reading another blog because he doesn't have his own content. Is that believable that Eli wouldn't have content, that he would have to read another vlog to get some actual content? Here we go. Do you feel you don't love your life? Well, Eli, let me see. You're single, living in your mum's basement. You're trying to make a career out of YouTube. I would say you don't love your life. I would say that you're failing and that you need to look inside you and take some good advice from me, Eli. Quit YouTube, stop chasing women, get a job, move out of your mum's basement, and move on. Hard to hear, I know, Eli, but true. Oh, so Eli's life has been determined by choices made by other people. So his life is a failure because of everybody else, not because of him. Isn't that just the tip of the iceberg in the fall of Eli's life? Oh, look, Dream gave Eli more money. I believe that the Dream is delusional. If you don't know who American Dream is, he's a guy going for a divorce, unfortunately, and Eli has put his claws into him. It's sad when two people that have split from their girlfriends are clinging onto Eli like he's some kind of protege and some kind of wisdom maker, and he's not. There's no wisdom from Eli. He wants to interview again. Eli's interviews are boring. He doesn't really care about you. He doesn't care what your channel is. He doesn't care about your life. He'll sit on his phone constantly while he talks about you. It's really sad, Mr. Eli. He wants to interview people. His interview techniques aren't really interviewing, are they? He doesn't care that you have a channel or a life or a family or goals or aspirations. His only goal is to increase his own channel, and that's how he got monetized. His advice literally goes in one ear and out the other. I don't know how he calls himself a life coach because I do not believe he is a life coach in any shape or form. My advice to people on YouTube, do not take Eli's advice. If you do, you will have to put up with the consequences of your actions because this is just how Eli is. This is how Eli is. Yeah. Eli became prey because he put himself in the firing line. That's how he became prey. He put himself in the firing line and he stuck himself out there. Oh, you're not meant to let people destroy you. All right. So Eli doesn't destroy his own content or his own channel. It's always somebody else's fault that his content, that his stream, that his subscribers all disappear, or that his content is terrible, it's caused by the trolls. His love life was destroyed by us as well. We've literally ruined Eli's life, apparently. Oh, look, everyone is insecure apart from Eli. Even the person writing the blog is apparently insecure. Isn't that great? The person that wrote the blog that he's critiquing is insecure themselves. Oh, you can't make this shit up from Eli. He needs to get off YouTube. Yeah, he does. He needs to disappear and get off YouTube. He really does. He currently has 2 yes men in his channel. Not So Nerdy Gaming and American Dream are 2 of his little minions, bodyguards, behind the scenes men that he's using. He doesn't want anything from American Dream or Furious Reactor. He doesn't have any interest in either of them apart from using them for content, getting their money, and basically just promoting that he's a wonderful person by helping them. Far from the truth. Eli is not a good man. The people that keeps saying that obviously haven't seen all the shit he's ever done to people on YouTube. They are blindsided by this guy is hilarious. I hope Eli's expectations are really low because that's exactly what he gets. I'm 1,000 times better than he ever will be. Exactly. I actually have real subscribers, and so do you, Gemma. Ours are 100% real, not fake. We have people in our chat, and I may not get donations, but you don't see me crying over it, Eli. Donations don't make your channel. The person does. So if they don't like the person, they're not going to donate. And the only reason they donate to you over there is because they believe they're getting something from you. I believe Will is part of the people that Eli takes advantage of because, yeah, he's basically preying on people again. He's preying on American Dream because he's going for a divorce and he's looking for a shoulder to cry on. And Furious Reactor is obsessed with getting monetized and believes that Eli can help him. Eli is always fixated on money, that people don't give him money for his hours, and that they don't shower him with money because he spends 8 hours a day live streaming. And he got butthurt by it. And now he'll only do 2 streams a day as long as people are actually donating to him. How sad is that when you literally tell your audience that you won't live stream unless they pay you? I did a live stream the other day and didn't receive a penny for an hour and a half. I didn't cry over it. I wasn't butthurt. I'm not monetized, so I don't get anything else. The only thing I get is donations to help my channel. And Eli was complaining that people don't join his membership, they don't join his Patreon, they don't join his channel, they're not giving him money, then I'm not streaming, having some kind of hissy fit that he wasn't getting the attention and appreciation that he needed. I work hard on my content than he ever will. Exactly. It's always about researching. I also believe Dream has bigger plans for Eli. His donations are a scam. IMO Dream is trying to sneakily take Eli Dean. Dream spoke about how a YouTuber was taken down over donations. Yeah, I did hear about that, Brutal. I hear there's some way of taking him down by donating all this money to him and then basically getting him into trouble or something. I did read something about that. Dream will report those donations as fraud. Ah, I see. Don't worry, Brutal. This stream is going private after it because Eli watches my channel like a hawk. Show me the money. I haven't had a donation in like a year, Barry. I'm not getting any money anytime soon. My content isn't good enough, apparently. I don't bash people enough. I don't dramasphere enough to get money. American Dream will donate all his money to Eli and then hopefully fuck Eli over. That's what I'm hoping. There is always hope that he will fleece Eli for everything he's worth. You should expect the unexpected, Eli. You should expect people to shit all over you. You should expect that. It is not rosy all the time. The grass may be greener on the other side, Eli, but you are standing on one side of the grass by yourself, and the rest of us are all on the other side. You're outnumbered, mate. You don't have the numbers we do, Eli. What goes around comes around. Exactly, Barry. Karma has no deadline, and he will give up eventually. Public service announcement. If you need advice, for the love of everything on this planet, don't go to Coach Eli Mellis's channel. Don't take his advice. If you value your sanity, your livelihood, your mental state, don't take anything he says as gospel. Mr. I'm a coach. I don't believe he's coached anybody on anything. He apparently wanted to grow my channel. Well, I've got nearly 2K without you, Eli. I think I'm doing perfectly fine myself. Thank you very much. I'm doing really well, Barry. Congratulations on marrying your lovely wife, Dawn, last year. You are now a ball and chain to your wife. Congratulations. You will now be attributed to hoovering, taking the bins out, and making dinner and rubbing her feet on a day-to-day basis, I hope. I mean, I'd love someone to cook for me day to day, but not the feet thing. I'm iffy about feet. If you want some advice, come to me and I'll give you some bad advice. Well, thank you, Barry. I can always get bad advice from somewhere else. There are plenty of places on the internet to get advice from. Now, whether you choose to listen to a middle-aged, balding, single, unemployed, living off mummy's estate in her basement, if you want to listen to that kind of guy, by all means, go ahead. I have more advice in my pinky that's good than he'll ever have. I'm currently listening to Coach Eli. If you'd like to listen to his stream, you can do by going to his channel and doing the same as me. I won't restream him because I won't give him the time of day to restream his content and give him watch hours. I just won't. I hate him that much. And I want to keep my channel. But I also want to, as he puts it, increase my watch hours using Eli, increase my view time by watching Eli, because I don't have any other content apparently. There isn't nearly 3,000 videos on my channel that aren't about Eli. Yeah, I have only ever made 3 videos on Eli in the entirety of knowing him for 3 years. Literally 1 video a year. This year, I've already made 2 live streams on him, so he's getting some extra ones for free. Why is Eli talking about expectations? He doesn't have any that anyone would want to aspire to. Oh, look, Dreams donated to him again. Let's give Dream a round of applause. Dreams donated to Eli once again. A super sticker nonetheless. Well, congratulations, Dream. Thank you so much for supporting our dedicated friend of my channel, Coach Eli, who apparently won't mention my name. I am the lady, and Jamie is the entitled millennial, and Riley is, I'm not sure if he has a nickname for Riley. I'm not sure if he has a nickname for you, Riley, but we have Spoiled Entitled Millennial, and we have JB, who he won't name, and he won't name me because he knows I'll flag him, apparently. Apparently, I just flag people now for mentioning my name. Never flagged Eli in my life. Never sent a copyright. I've never flagged him. I've never done anything to Eli. But he's so butthurt and so suspicious because I trolled him for all those years. Now he can't trust me, apparently, because I'm with the other side. Yeah, I was always with the other side. Just say, oh, the married man with 2 kids who's trying to run a business. You're the married man. Jamie is the spoiled entitled millennial, which is a brilliant name, actually. I mean, it just rolls off the tongue. And I am that lady or that woman. It's nice to have nicknames because Eli's nickname is the Cuck. Always will be, always has been. Doubt it will ever change. He will always be the locale and cuck of YouTube. You have 2 review videos to edit today. Ooh, more beer videos, possibly. I did watch your beer video. We don't have exciting beers in the UK. And unfortunately, I don't drink beer myself. I drink vodka because I'm an emotional woman and I need a bottle of vodka to get through the day. I actually have shots, which are actually more fun. Yeah, Riley has good content. Aside from how Eli says that Riley is just a drama marketer and he's making content off of Eli, Riley has his own stuff. Eli is just the fun. Eli is the fun part of anyone's channel. Riley has content on loads of other stuff. He vlogs, he does his washing machine stuff, he does his beer reviews. He isn't just about restreaming and filming and, you know, scheming against people. That's the fun part of YouTube, is watching other people's content and sometimes ripping on them. You know, just like any other person. It's fun to listen to other people's channels sometime and watch them. It is fun to rag on Eli sometime. He makes it so easy though. Eli makes ragging on him 400 videos with 0 drama. Yeah, I have, I cannot remember how many I have, but my channel literally has 4 videos on Eli in total over the 3 years. And I have so much content without him that I don't need him. I can't remember how many I have, but I believe my channel has about 2,000 videos without Eli in it. Let's be honest, it's about 2,000, I think, last time I checked. Hey, Gordo. Hey, Gordy. Yeah, I have, what is it? About 2,000 videos without Eli. But apparently I need Eli to grow my channel. It's obviously delusional at that because I don't. Yeah, I have like 2,000 videos, 2,700 videos without Eli in it. Yeah. Out of 2,700 videos, there are 4, I believe 4. 3 of them have been this year, and there was 1 the previous year, which Gordo was in, and Jamie came to, and everyone came to, even Joe came to that one. And I have 2,700 videos without Eli, but I'm using Eli to build and grow my channel with drama. 2,000 videos. I have 1,000 videos, none about Eli. Who said you needed Eli to grow? He did. You missed The stream last night, Gordo. Apparently, I'm emotionally unstable and emotional woman, and I'm not worth debating. If you didn't see Eli's stream last night, Gordo, he was talking about me because he just loves me so much. He can't get my name out of his mouth. And I have 2,700 videos without Eli in it. And I have 2K real subscribers, Eli, by myself. Compared to Eli's 3K fake subs, my 2,000 are actually real. 100% real subs from people. My comments are full of support and praise for my channel, and his are full of people ridiculing him. He's talking about loving himself before you love other people. So the Greek god is supposedly saying you need to love yourself because you can't love anybody else. Do you have to love yourself? Is that really the root to all happiness, is loving yourself, Eli? Why don't you love yourself, Eli? You're very negative for a person who's trying to promote positivity on YouTube. Make better content. I don't even do content anymore. You make better content than Eli by not making content. Pretty much I would watch paint dry and it would have more enthusiasm, more life, and you'd get more out of watching paint dry than watching Eli. His advice is from people that write blogs. He doesn't even have his own content. He reads people's blogs and apparently critiques them with his point of view. He told the person earlier who wrote it that they didn't love themselves when they wrote this article. You're critiquing the person that's actually writ the article because you didn't approve of how it's written. Do you hear yourself, Eli? Doesn't that sound like you're not loving yourself because you're projecting? Are you not meant to project on other people, Eli? Didn't you say that projecting was a bad thing and that you shouldn't be projecting on people, Eli? Projection shows your insecurities and that you're weak. And are you weak, Eli? Are you insecure? I'm guessing so. Weak little Eli is insecure about everything. He's insecure about his life, his job, his women. He's suspicious of everything. He has to do stuff behind the scenes because he's too worried that people will work out exactly who he really is. Apparently, you have to love yourself. That's the only way you can exist in this world, is by loving yourself. So, Gordo, do you love yourself? Do you love yourself, Gordo? Do you tell yourself every night, I love you, you're wonderful? And make contact people that actually enjoy. Yeah, I haven't come to all of your live streams recently. I've had a lot on, being newly single and moving house and trying to get a job, but Eli's content is literally bottom of the barrel watching. I literally have finished my work for the day and have nothing better to do than listen to this content. No, I'm not that shallow. Exactly. Apparently, you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else. So you have to be so self-centered, so self-opinionated, that when you actually do meet a woman, you're so into yourself, there's no room for her. Sounds like brilliant advice, Eli. He actually did check my channel earlier in the break. I'm guessing his minions said that I was doing a stream and it had to be about him. And when he came to the channel and realized that it wasn't technically about him, I wasn't restreaming him, although it says listening to good advice. He thought for just a second that the good advice I was listening to was him being restreamed. Yeah, that's how into himself he is. He believes I would put the time and effort to restream him to show my appreciation to Eli. Yeah, I'm not giving you anything, Eli. Didn't even put you in the title today. I said I was listening to good advice. If he honestly believes the good advice I'm listening to is Eli, he's highly delusional. The good advice I'm listening to, and you won't believe this, guys, is you guys in the chat. That should surprise the shit out of him. It's not Eli I'm listening to. The good advice in the title is you guys in the chat. He'd like to think that the title was all about him. Oh, I'm listening to some good advice. She must be restreaming Eli. She must be promoting Eli's channel. No, in fact, I'm degrading your channel. I despise your channel. I don't like your content. I don't like you. I think your advice is the worst possible advice you could give a human being. No one defines how Eli lives. Eli wastes his life on YouTube reading blogs to two people in his chat who are literally there because they have nowhere else to be. I work from home. I can do both at once. I can work and listen to Eli. I listened to Riley the other day while working. I was sitting there working and doing all my parcels and listening to Riley at the same time. Eli can't do two things at once. He doesn't even have a job. I work for myself. This is a hobby, selling on eBay, but it's making me a mint, mind you. Eli's reading a blog and getting $2 or $3 for his work. I've actually had sales on eBay while I've been sitting here and probably made £50, which is more than he's made this morning streaming. I make money while watching him, and I make 3, 4. The other day, I had 70 sales while watching Eli, and I made over £120. And he got $5 in that stream, I believe. Yeah, I made 120 while watching him and doing my work, and he made $5. Yeah, you can see who needs money, Eli. I'm lucky that I can do both things at once because great content can't be missed like this. It's riveting content, and you know, I should be playing this when I sleep because it's such great content. Oh, he doesn't feel the need to please others. Yes, because Eli is all about himself. I've never watched any of this stuff and I've still got 970 without him. Exactly, Barry. He's not exactly the guru of YouTube. There's no way he's the only reason that people grow. He'd like to think he's the only reason that people grow, and he can think all he likes. But I got 2K without him. And his comments are just simple-minded comments from a simple man.
Staying at Kate's
Huh? Kieran?
Yeah.
You staying at Katie's?
tonight.
Okay.
And then I'll be back tomorrow.
Okay.
Morning after. Yeah. In a bit.
You leaving now, eh?
In a bit.
Or are you going straight back?
In a bit, yeah.
Okay.
I'm having tea there tonight, so I'll
Woo!
take back.
That means I can live stream tonight. Or have more fun. Or have fun. I am live streaming. We are listening to the wonderful advice that Coach Eli gives. You're working on doing YouTube short videos. Yeah, I've actually done some of them, Barry. I've done quite a few YouTube shorts recently. Some of them have actually got quite good views, but I'm just kind of winging it on YouTube right now. I'm not really doing anything as such. It's more like wingy content. You know, kind of. Oh, there he goes. He's talking about his ex-girlfriend again. There you go. He's talking about Dana again. Oh, it's like the only girl he'll never let go of. Let go of Dana, Eli. Let go. Like the Titanic. Let her sink and let her go. She said, what? Apparently Dana said, you're being a little mean to me, Eli. Stop being so mean. Are you serious, Eli? She probably wanted to slap you. What? Did anyone else hear that? Eli just said that he told Dana off, and she said, "You're being a little bit mean to me, but it's also turning me on as well." Eli telling Dana off apparently turned her on. Seriously? He apparently told Dana off. She said he was being mean, but apparently it also turned her on. Seriously? You believe this, Eli? Eli, you don't understand. Dana wore the trousers in that relationship. She owned your ass. Why she kicked you to the curb and you're butthurt about it? It's the first time a woman's ever stood up to you and succeeded, and he was butthurt about it. And he's going to be butthurt for the rest of his life, apparently. She moved on like the rest of us. Yeah. Dana didn't want Eli, and he's spoken about her for the last, what, they've been broken up 2 years, 18 months, and he's still talking about her. In every conversation he has on YouTube, he always reverts back to, well, my ex-girlfriend Dana, and he's got stories for every occasion so he can bring her up. Does he believe? Does he believe that does he honestly believe that Dana's watching his videos and we'll see how much he's still in love with her and we'll go running back to him, if you get what I mean? Is that what we believe? He's going to go running back and that she'll be like, "Oh, Eli, I love you really," and come back to him? Uh-huh. Yeah. Eli doesn't expect people to change to what he wants. Well, that's amazing, isn't it? Eli's one of the most opinionated people on YouTube. He believes everyone should be like Eli and that everything he says is gospel. Is he in this live? Is who in this live? I don't get who you mean, Katie. Is who in this live? I'm listening to Mr. Douchebag on my headset because I have the higher ground here. I'm not giving him the privilege of watching me watch him because he gets off on that, and I'm not in the mood to get Eli going. Yes, Eli. Right. Be a complete nerd. Yeah, Eli. No, he's not in my live. He's on my headset. I'm covert listening and critiquing his stuff. I'm covert listening. He doesn't want me to restream him because he'll boo-hoo and cry like a baby. And he'll flag my stream because he knows I'm watching him. He knows I'm out there watching him now. So he's going to be on heightened alert, i.e. be butthurt that people are talking about him in a negative way. So he's decided that as he's butthurt, that I'd rather watch you any day over listening to Eli. Yeah, my ear is literally burning with the bullshit that he's talking about. But no, Katie, I'm listening to him on my headset so that I don't give him the time of day. Okay, Midnight, gotta go now. Thank you, Barry. Love to you all. Love you, Barry. I will check out some more of your shorts. I see you put some up recently. Eli is boring. Yeah, look. Eli is reading another vlog. But he's also critiquing this vlog in his own light, believing that his opinions are better than this vlog. How many people are actually talking in his chat over there? Oh, that's right. Nobody. No one is talking in his chat. Eli says the same thing on every stream. Yeah, he regresses about Dana Did you manage to get his? Yes, I have his dating profile. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have Eli's dating profile. I have behind the scenes stuff going on, Eli. Anyone can have behind the scenes stuff, even me. Eli doesn't give me much credit for being intelligent because I'm a woman. But I have Eli's dating profile from OkCupid. I can work behind the scenes as much as you can, Eli. Just because I'm a woman doesn't mean I'm any lesser at it. I have contacts as well as you do, my friend. And I plan to critique your OkCupid profile. I do. I plan to look into it and see the bullshit that these women are falling for, and then the real men they're actually getting when you turn up. And I think the internet needs to know that you're catfishing people for content. These poor women are reading. I haven't read it yet. I got it sent to me late last night at about 4 a.m. But I have screenshots and I have a private link to it. I have a private link to his dating profile. Don't you worry, Katie. I am going to make a live stream out of rigging his OkCupid, and it's perfectly fair to rib it. I'm not going to put it on the screen. I'm going to read it. I'm not going to mention his name. We are going to look at a dating profile and critique it because me, as the Midnight Raven, I love to give dating advice. If you haven't watched my channel over the last week, I have given dating advice better than Eli. I have given advice on first date conversations. I've given advice on dates for all budgets. I've given advice on dating ideas for the outdoor couple. Yesterday, I did a video on talking about love and fear. And today's video is questions to get to know a man better. So I actually have content on relationships, and people actually read my content and actually like it compared to him. People will actually watch my content without needing to regurgitate hearing bullshit. Yeah, Eli, make a turning point. Love yourself and get off YouTube while you still have a channel to appreciate. Leave, go, vamoose. You have nothing left on YouTube. There is no one even chatting in your comments. How is that possible? That you have a channel with 4K and no one is in your description talking? Why is there no one talking in your chat, Eli? Why is that? Why is it I've had people talking in mine all morning, but the only people that chatted in yours was Stream and Furious? They donated and then they buggered off. Is it just because your content is so crap they honestly cannot stand listening to you for an hour? Is that it? Is that the content you put out, Eli? Do you actually repel people from your channel? See, look, he hasn't even been reading his chat. People have actually come in his chat and he's actually ignored them. West Coast 206 Penny, how's your morning going, Eli? He's going to grill the person, he's going to check out their channel, and he's going to stalk who they are. Listen to this bullshit. Who are you? Who are you? What's your channel? Where are you from? Do you have a blood sample and a DNA profile? And he's just deleted them straight away. Doesn't even give people the chance. How do you get subscribers if you keep banning people? Ever wondered that? How does your channel grow if 90% of your viewers that actually watch you are banned? So where do they go when they're banned? They go to Jamie's channel, they go to Riley's channel, they go to my channel, they go to JB's channel, they go to every channel but yours, Eli. And then they watch your restreams. They watch your restreams because you ban people. But you want to grow your channel. How are you planning to do that, Eli? How do you grow a channel when you ban people and you have to interrogate them because you're suspicious of everybody? Any new channel that comes in there, you grill them and then they disappear and they don't come back. Why is that? Why does the channel disappear, Eli? Ever wondered? Is it because you're suspicious? And amazingly, someone on YouTube isn't willing to be grilled and interrogated, the same as your dating style. A woman agrees to go on a date with you and you interrogate her for 30 minutes in a car park. I did see Joker talk about that last night. Professor, is it Loki, was talking about how Eli ideal dating is to take a girl to a car park for 30 minutes and grill her. It's literally his tactic on YouTube. You're new to his channel, you are grilled for the first 5 minutes, given an opportunity to literally give a DNA sample to be part of his channel. And then he kicks you to the curb. Did you hear that? Eli's going to do 3 shows today. He's going to do one now, then he's having a nap, then he's doing an afternoon stream, and he's coming back for an evening stream. Eli's doing 3 streams today. He's got the one he's just put up with the world's worst advice. He's doing one this afternoon after he's had a nap. And then he's going to do a late night with Coach Eli with another vlog, I'm guessing. Well, Eli, I must say that I have learnt today. What have we learnt? Classes in session. What have we learnt about Coach Eli? The content he creates. He got mad because you called him lazy 2 days ago. Did he now? Well, he is going to think that, isn't he? He's going to believe. He's not going to think he's lazy, is he? Eli apparently puts in more work than anyone else on YouTube. He live streams 2-3 times a day. He's dedicated to growing his channel. I put out 3 videos a day. I'm not on YouTube boasting about it. I don't feel the need to boast about my channel. Only produces 1 video per day and sometimes not even that, and he has no job. How is that? I managed to create content, which I actually have an entire book. Look. My content is all planned out. I have a schedule for my content. My content is scheduled. And I also work from home. I have plenty of time to do content as well as work, and someone that apparently doesn't have a job doesn't apparently have time to be doing. Although he used to do 3 and 4, 5-hour live streams, and now it's just an hour and a half because he's so busy with behind the scenes shit. He's so busy corrupting and trying to take people down that he doesn't actually spend time doing content now, because he used to research stuff and now he just reads blogs. He has to read people's blogs now to get content. And then he critiques the people that are writing the blogs like they don't know what they're talking about, because obviously Eli didn't write it, so it can't be any good. Because that's literally how he rolls. Advice can be given from anybody. Whether it's good or bad is depicted on the situation. Short videos are the key. Yeah. No one wants to hear you droll on for 5 hours. Especially if you're rehashing the same stories over and over again, because people get bored. People tire of the same shit every day. And if you can't move on and you keep regressing into the past, no one's going to be interested. No one that comes to your channel now would know about everything that's gone on the last 2 or 3 years, and rehashing it kind of bores people.
You get bored trying to clean my shoes.
Oh, they're still funny.
We went down the train bridge.
I will see what I can do.
Mac.
Is that still damp and wet down there?
Bad, yeah. Kate was sliding around like anything. She was on her ass there 5 times.
Oh. Should have videoed it. Yeah, the train track apparently is still like a swamp. So I haven't gone back there to stream quite yet because I don't want to sink. You should see my trainers from the last time I went there. I've literally only just got them clean, just about, and they're still somewhat not clean because I literally got swamped going down there. But it was so worth streaming in the snow. I absolutely love streaming in the snow. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, Lycan Theory. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon here in the UK. How are we doing? I thought I would live stream this morning because I was kind of bored. We're in lockdown in the UK, and honestly, I'm kind of sick of walking. I'm kind of sick of being indoors. There's no middle ground between being in and out. We were listening to Coach Eli. It was a riveting stream. Apparently, we need to love ourselves, lower our expectations. Still in bed. Afternoon like, oh, Lycan. Are we getting lazy? You can stay in bed. It's perfectly fine. To be fair, I went to bed at 5 a.m. last night. I hung out with Riley and some other people, and I went to bed at 5 a.m. this morning because I couldn't sleep. By the time I went to bed at 5 a.m., I had a phone call at 9, so I've had like 4 hours sleep. And I actually look pretty good for 4 hours sleep, mind you. I actually look wide awake after 4 hours of sleep. I'm not looking my best. Usually my hair would look better. I haven't really had time to do anything. I literally got up and had a phone call. And I was on there for quite a while. Maisie Thorne Fuller. Welcome to my stream. If you'd like to tell me how you found me, I would love it. I think I've seen you before on my channel. I could be wrong. I forget everything. Lycan was up late getting grilled by Jeff and Susie. Oh, really? Why was Susie grilling poor Lycan? What could she have against Lycan Theory? And Jeff is, I don't know who Jeff is. Is that DeRosa? Is DeRosa Jeff? I get confused because people have, you've been subbed for a while. Well, thank you, Maisie. Obviously, I haven't seen you at one of my live streams, but thank you and welcome to my channel. I think you watch my videos. I don't live stream very often, or I didn't. I've actually been asked to live stream more often. I did a poll in my community tab and people said they wanted to see me live stream more often. So I thought I would live stream. Actually, I was grilling Susie because she was sprouting lies about me. Oh, scandalous. Over old stuff that was silly. Oh, that's kind of like Eli's style, regressing over crap that was 2 or 3 years ago that no one cares about, that's been sorted. It's in the past, but they have to keep rehashing it. Jeff is kind of ignorant on the whole situation. All right. I mean, I've been around. I've known Jamie for maybe 2 years. And you hear things here and there. Yeah, you got in some good points. Yeah. Hey, TB. What's up, everyone? Afternoon. It is in the UK. Oh, ST Dickel. Oh, I watched him last night when he was talking about narcissists. I thought that was right up Eli's stream. Oh, ST Dickel. Oh, yeah, because he was talking about where JB Gunner is as well, wasn't he? He did narcissists. Then he did where in Georgia is JB. And then he has another one talking about Eli's love life that's coming up. Yes, I have senoritas here and yet no wrench. You've got no wrench? Do you have no wrench, Lycan? Why do you not have a wrench? Yes, I have. You have seniority here, do you? Oh, hang on. I thought you were wrenched, Lycan. Were you not? Have you not become secret best buddies with me to be wrenched? I don't know why you're not wrenched. Everyone else is wrenched. Oh, you're not wrenched. I am so sorry, Lycan. Let's add you as a moderator, and we'll do Coach TP as well. There we go. Everyone happy now. Are we all throwing our secret best buddies? I never get those nudes. No. Yeah. Yeah. Eli's totally delusional that, you know, I liked his channel at some point. Yo, welcome, Coach TP. I feel that my channel is doing pretty well without Eli's critiques. My subs are real. Hello, Eli. My 2K are actually real. Your subs were bought. It will go to his head. I know, Lycan Theory's head's just going to explode now. Perfectly fine. I'm sure he can live with the responsibility of the fact I actually don't get trolled. I'm actually liked on YouTube. I haven't had a troll in ages. And the last trolls I think I ever had was actually Lycan Theory. When he came with Eli and Joe Buddy. And that was hilarious. I gave them all a piece of my mind. And I think Eli learned to back off. And he was like, oh, these people just follow me around and bully me. It's like, yeah, I wonder why, Eli. I can now see why you were going after him, because he is such a little shit. And he deserves everything he gets. But as you can see, Eli, kind of care, but don't really. That's how much I appreciate you critiquing my channel, Coach Eli. I don't care. I have more watch time than you. I have a better grading on YouTube than you. If you check out Social Blade, my channel is actually higher than Eli's, and I'm not monetized. And I have more views. So suck it, Eli. My channel has more than all of you. Eli, your whole channel is nothing compared to me. I may not be monetized because I don't buy fake subs to get there, and I don't buy fake watch time, and I don't stream for 8 million hours a day, Eli, boring people to death just so I can be monetized. Can't believe you wrenched the Joe, whichever. Well, you know, I was restreaming the cut earlier. Joe Biden can't stop Eli getting trouble. Yeah, he so believes that Joe Biden supports Eli. Yeah. If anyone is going to get rid of Eli, it's going to be Trump, and they're going to build a wall around him. They're going to build a wall. Okay. They're going to build a wall around Eli and fence him in, because that's where he should be. He should be kept locked in a box and throw away the key. His content is nothing. Nothing. He believes my channel was made by him. Are you sure about that, Eli? I have 4 videos on Eli out of my entire content of 2,700 videos, which we looked at earlier. I don't have any content on him because I'm sensible. I work my rants really well. I worked a rant with Riley the other day. I streamed, got my opinions out, and then privated it. And then the only reason he found my channel the other day was critiquing him is because someone behind the scenes told him, because he's that sad and pathetic. Or he still watches my channel. And if you're watching, Eli, go fuck yourself. I believe he was still following my channel because I've never seen him unsub to people that he critiques. He likes to have content on everyone. Good afternoon.
Adios.
Adios, amigos.
You use lots of them.
Yeah. It's not ranting. This
Yeah,
is
you are.
stating facts and opinions.
Ranting, no.
No. No, it's facts and opinions against the world's biggest douchebag.
So,
And it's unanimous. It's
Oh.
unanimous he's a complete douche.
only 10%.
Even Katie thinks he's a douche.
You sound really weird.
Yeah. Karma has no deadline, Eli. Yeah, go fuck yourself, mate. Go fuck yourself, Eli. Karma has no deadline. His own words are going to bite him in the ass one day. True to form. Karma does come for people. And Eli has fucked so many people over, he deserves it. No one is more deserving of karma than Eli. Karma will claim your soul, Eli, and take you to the bottom of YouTube and take away your subs and take away your memberships and take away your Patreon if you have one, and then also take away your channel. And God forbid they take away your monetization. I'm sure that you will have a heart attack, have a hissy fit, and take your channel down within 24 hours, Eli, because life will just not be worth living unless you're... Life will just not be worth living unless you're monetized, Eli. It would be such a shame if you lost your monetization, wouldn't it? Or your channel. How would you cope? You don't have Dana to cry on her shoulder anymore. I like how Eli thinks karma works in ways completely different to higher karma actually works. Yeah. Oh. Completely different to how karma actually works. Yeah. Karma doesn't just go for bad people. Eli would like to think that he's totally unscathed on YouTube and that he's the victim and we're all the bad people because we're bullying him and we targeted him. Eli put himself in the firing line numerous times. He put himself on YouTube, and when you put yourself out on YouTube, as he says, you set yourself up for criticism, comments, people coming after you. It's what YouTube has. YouTube has trolls. YouTube will have people that don't like you. And unfortunately, Eli, being what he calls a people person, he would like to think that everybody loves him, and they don't. And that pains Eli, pains him to the bottom of his core that no one likes him. He's the little school kid in the class, in the playground, that no one wants to sit with. He's the kid that no one wants to play with or have a sleepover with. He was the unloved child that didn't get mummy and daddy's attention because it was all on his brother. That's what Eli has. He has mummy and daddy issues, and he projects it on to YouTube. What goes around comes around, Eli. It's when you are flagging these channels, your channel will be flagged down next. Yeah, I've heard that if you flag a channel too much, they can actually take your channel down for it, especially if you're flagging people unnecessarily and you're just flagging them for the sake of flagging them. I've heard that you can actually have your channel taken down by doing too many wrongful flags. I don't know if that's true. I've never flagged anyone before myself to know, but I can see how it would be damaging to somebody's channel, especially to YouTube, because they would just get fucked off with it. YouTube would just get annoyed that this little wheedly man just can't get a life. Like, how is he this hated on YouTube? How does he have a channel, but he can be that hated? How does that work? Who knows? I mean, Eli is a good locale. Eli is a good one to scapegoat. He's a good one to make content on. My entire channel is not just about Eli. Like I said, I've done like 4 videos on Eli in the entirety of my channel. We need to complain to YouTube about his mass flagging tactics, emails included. Yeah, he flags everyone. He would have flagged me yesterday for critiquing his content and his dating skills because I mentioned his name. Now, if I'm right, Eli said, and I quote, "You can make any video you want about me, talk about me all you like, I don't care." But I was talking about his dating habits yesterday, and he got butt hurt. He got butt hurt about it. How do you get a wrench to your name? You get a wrench to my channel by coming back regularly, commenting in the chat, watching my videos, just being a part of the channel. I haven't really seen you at many of my lives, and I like to protect my channel slightly because I've got people like Eli that targeting me because I'm an emotionally unstable single woman who doesn't love herself, and apparently I'm obsessed with Eli and obsessed with the downfall of Eli, and I don't have any other life to lead apart from taking him down. It's amazing how much he believes that people um put time into taking him down. The only person that's putting time into taking Eli's channel down is himself. By mass flagging people, you are asking for trouble. Eli, you're not special. Talking about your content is fair use, no matter what you say. Yeah, it is fair use. Everything we do on YouTube, or everything I've done on YouTube, is fair use. I thought you were married. No, I've never been married. I was engaged, but not married. And now I'm single. I dated a wonderful man for 13 years and we went our separate ways in February of last year. I now have my own place. I now have a part-time work. I am fully sufficient. We were engaged. We'd planned to marry, but never done it. But now I am single. I've been single it'll be a year this weekend. I've been single. I officially became single a year this weekend. How cute is that? Yeah, I am single and not ready to mingle in the depths of Eli's brave little mind. I know a life coach who can help you get a new partner. Do you? If his name is Coach Eli, then I think I might take my dating prowess from somewhere because I don't know about you, but if I took a man to a car park and grilled him for 30 minutes, I don't think he'd be into that. I did a whole stream the other day on Eli's dating skills. How you don't buy a woman dinner, you don't buy a woman a cup of coffee because you don't want to put money into a woman that's not going to be with you long term. You take her to a car park, a shopping car park like Walmart. You take them to a car park and then you grill them for 30 minutes. And they either want to marry you and give you babies by the end of the 30 minutes or they don't. Simple as that. That's how cut and dry Eli is. If you're not willing to marry him and produce his babies by the end of that car date, he doesn't want you. He's moving on. You're now YouTube content. Raven, I'd take you out. Oh, thank you, Lycan. You're so sweet. As I said, wouldn't take advice from Eli. Eli would like to think he's the dating guru. But I do have some interesting stuff on Eli that I've been reading. Yes, I've been reading some stuff on Eli because unlike Eli, I actually have contacts behind the scenes as well. Yeah. Did you hear that, Eli? I have contacts too. It's amazing what I can do. Eli contacts between 50 and 100 women every day because that's the maximum his dating site allows. And if he can't find a woman, he's truly a born loser. So I have been reading something very interesting. Someone sent me a link to a very interesting let me see if I can get it up, to a very interesting profile on Coach Eli. Now, brutal mafia sent it to me. Raven has a mole in your crew, Eli. Yeah, if only. I mean, to be fair, I haven't really given Eli the time of day in years. He should be grateful that I took my busy schedule and actually watched his shit. Because usually I would have better things to do. Live chat. Let me see if I can get this to work. It's gonna be in secret. Hang on. It's gonna be on here. He was bragging about that. What? He was bragging about it recently, but I have a recording of him saying that back in 2017. Do you know? See, I love having shit on Eli. I really do. But I plan to critique Eli's dating profile. How cool is that? Someone sent me his dating profile because I was critiquing his dating prowess about him kidnapping a woman, taking her to a car park and grilling her for 30 minutes. And then she has to either marry him or produce a baby within 6 months or she's dead weight. Because that's how you date people. You basically grill the shit out of them. And, you know, this is how you get women in this day and age. But I have a comment that is hidden, mind you. And it happens to be Eli's dating profile from, I believe, OkCupid, that I was sent so that I could critique it with my own spin on what I think of Eli's potential of getting a woman. Someone thought it would be really good content if I critiqued his dating profile and showed the world what lies are in his dating profile. He's on granny sites now. I wouldn't put it past him. He got mild downs. He's got something wrong with him. I think Eli's bipolar. I really do. I think Eli is bipolar because he has very bad mood swings. He's always tired. He doesn't sleep very well. Technical bipolar. But I have been sent last night in my held for review. I have Eli's dating profile from OkCupid, especially for me to critique. He was actually talking about that a few streams ago. Yeah, contacting 50 to 100 women a day. Yeah, it's a sex pest. He's basically stalking and harassing women to give him their ovaries. Like, really, Eli? Is this what life has come down to? You're harassing women, you know, constantly now. Is this how you plan to get women? Is it? You plan to harass them? So let's see. Comments I haven't responded to. But yeah, Coach Brutal Mafia sent it to me. And it's quite interesting, his profile. Loads of bullshit in it, obviously, because he couldn't do a profile where he just said that he was a small little dude that had no life, lived with his mother. But yeah, I have Eli's profile, and I have literally, see that? See that, Eli? Yeah. Eli's dating profile. See, I have contacts as well, Eli. It's amazing who I talk to. Do you know that? You'd like to believe that I'm this small little woman in the UK that sits home all day. But I actually have your dating profile, Eli. Hook, line, and sinker. Yeah. Dating profile. Look at you. Look at that. See what that says? Look. Dating profile. Someone sent it to me. See? He'd like to think that I'm just a woman in the UK with no skills, no intellect. I'm more brainy than Eli will ever know. Yeah. Should create him dating profiles. Yeah, I could write the bullshit from him and see what I get. Because, seriously, the last book I read is The Secret. It's the last book I read. I also watched the movie several times. Highly recommend. The Law of Attraction is everything. If you believe in it, you will attract the right people in your life. Did you not hear that in a live stream he did recently? Is he just reading his dating profile out to people? Your favourite things are comedy, romance, and action. Although comedy, you don't actually have a sense of humour, Eli. Funny that. Two of my favourite TV shows are Law and Order and repeats of Saved by the Bell. Really, Eli? Saved by the Bell and Law and Order. Is that so you can get tips on how to file lawsuits on people on YouTube? Is that what it is, Eli? Your Law and Order? Zach Morris is a character. I enjoy all types of food. And if you want to know more about me, I'm spontaneous. Ooh, get you, Eli. Eli's spontaneous. Now we're talking, Eli. Spontaneous Eli. I'm a hard-working man. He's a hard-working man. Did you hear that? Eli's hard-working. You can find me at the local pub having a social drink. He's the creepy guy sitting in the corner all by himself, mind you. Let's get this right. Having a drink at a nice restaurant. How is that possible? That you'd spend money on yourself, but you wouldn't take a girl on a date and buy her a cup of coffee, Eli? Double standards there. With some of my long-term friends, I doubt he has friends. I think he's the creepy guy in the pub stalking women. I don't believe he has friends at all. Most of this profile is just bullshit. It really is. I enjoy weekend getaways and trips to places. Blah, blah, blah. I like being outdoors, watching movies. I enjoy fitness. Yeah. Going for a walk isn't really fitness, Eli. And I work out several times a week to stay healthy. Can you imagine Eli at a gym? Billy no, mate. Can you imagine Eli at a gym? This little Greek bald-headed goddess, god as he calls himself, at a gym. Can you imagine Eli at a gym? Let's be honest. He's at no gym. Again, please don't take no offense to this. I am very nice, sweet, kind, caring, and a very considerate guy. Yeah. Anyone else believe that? He's a sweet, kind, caring, considerate guy who can't afford to buy a woman a cup of coffee on a date. But he'll sit in the pub by himself, Billy no mates, buying himself drinks, or at a restaurant. But I am seriously very sick and tired of the games. Oh, he's not a player. He doesn't play games. He's kind of boring then. Because I think the relationship part where you play games when you first get together is literally the most important part. If Eli asks a woman out, the first date has to be in a parking lot. Yeah, for 30 minutes with no coffee being grilled. Joker was talking about that last night. That if you had to meet a guy in a car park for 30 minutes for your first date, how many women would actually turn up? I'm looking for the love of my life. If you aren't, let's spare each other the trouble. So basically, he wants the woman of his life. But his first comment is then, well, you don't have to bother. Just move on. He's intimidated by strong females. Yeah, exactly. See, I got his dating profile. I have ways of getting behind Eli. A little about me. I am spontaneous and outgoing and carefree. Spontaneous, Eli. Carefree, Eli. Outgoing, Eli. And these girls are believing this profile. So they believe that he's kind, hardworking, caring, spontaneous, that he's going to shower them with love. And what do they actually get? Yeah, I have his dating profile because I am that resourceful. If I decide to not respond to you, if you think my honesty is too much for you, we are probably not meant to be together. So basically, if you don't agree with Eli, you're not meant to be together. You can't have an opinion of yourself. because you're a woman, mind you. I reviewed that months ago, but forgot a lot of it. Yeah, he's carefree because his mum takes care of him. Yeah, carefree. Please don't waste my time. Yeah, Eli, waste your time because you don't have free time. I forgot your little 3 live streams that you're doing today must take up a whole 5 hours of your day. And there are 24 hours in a day, Eli, mind you. But you're busy. Don't worry. You've just got out of a relationship and you're not ready to find the love of your life. It makes me wonder why people like this are on dating sites. Does it, Eli? Let me see. People who just got out of a relationship, they don't go on Tinder and Match.com when they're single then. Are they meant to like wallow around on the sofa crying at love story movies for like a year? How long would you like a woman to wait to be single to jump onto a dating site? Is a month fine? Is a year fine? When do you allow women to jump on a dating site then? I jumped on a dating site after about 4 months. Does that make me desperate, Eli? Does that make me not material because I'm damaged after a relationship? Are you not willing to put the effort in to look past the fact that I'm now single after so long? Could I be after your money? Am I a gold digger? It's a very astute thing to say that if you've just got a relationship and you're not ready to find the love of your life, then you're not the one for her. You don't even give the woman a chance to even date you without you saying you have to put a ring on it. YouTube official is Eli's full-time job. He's now usually at least 10 minutes late and doesn't stream for days. Yeah, he's so busy that he can't fit a date in. He's so busy, mind you. I am a Greek Orthodox. When I was younger, I used to go to church regularly and would go to Sunday school. I like to participate in church activities as much as possible by coming onto YouTube, by slagging people off, by ragging on the disabled. And you're a church-going man, are we, Eli? Are we? We're a church-going man, but your sole goal in life is to destroy people, to talk people down, to ruin their careers and their money. But you're a God-fearing Orthodox Greek who goes to church. I don't think you've been to church in a long time, Eli, unless it's praising the Bank of Eli. You're listening for someone that is very desperate, quick to marry, and wants to pop out a kid. Exactly, Riley. He's delusional that there are women out there that literally will just pop a baby out for him. Look at the guy. His dating profile. Yeah, Brutal Mafia sent it to me. Me and Brutal have a good thing going where we both hate Eli. It's unanimous. I think the whole of YouTube hates in YouTube, but I was hoping for Eli's dating profile because I wanted to see it. I needed to see this wonderful man that has the opportunity to message 100 women a day and only one desperate woman takes pity on him. I thought maybe his dating profile was wrong and that he needed my advice to get a woman. That's my theory on it. That poor Eli, he's been in the dating game a couple of years now that he doesn't have Dana. His profile is obviously full of shit that women are buying. And then when they see the real him, they're like, where's the guy in the profile? Because this isn't him. I think Eli could have kids. I did a video on him having Newman disease, where that's why his ears are lower than his eyes. I think his brain's lower than his head. It's possibly somewhere between his ball sack, because that's literally where he stores them. He can't have many brain cells to spare. He shoots blanks, no chance of that. Yeah. Who's going to give Eli the time of day to even worry about getting him in bed? He's too busy stalking women and sticking them in his car. But yeah, look, geeky, lovely Eli. Here you go. There's the Greek goddess that women want. Look at that babe. Such a babe magnet, isn't he? Can you tell that women are flocking to him? So he lives in California. He's self-employed. Yeah. Yeah. Self-employed loser. Can you employ yourself in that? Because I'm sure you can. He's 5'10", so he's a Greek god, obviously at 5'10". Women love a tall man, and apparently 5'10" is tall. I've dated men a lot taller than that. He's athletic and has a nice fit. Okay. He's been to college. Yeah, I'm sure his college went really well. I'm sure he was ridiculed within an inch of his life. Here we go. I enjoy playing sports as well. Can you imagine Eli on a pitch running around? You imagine him playing on a football pitch? Eli is scrawny. Yeah, he apparently works out, he goes to the gym, he plays sports, and look at him. There is no meat on them bones, Eli. There is no muscle on them bones. How is it you claim to go to a gym, hike, do all this fitness, and you're still a weedy little man? How is that possible, Eli? I enjoy playing sports as well as watching them. Yeah, I would say you're watching them on the telly, Eli. I honestly do not believe you're actually playing sports. I'm a big San Francisco Giants fan as well as a Niner fan. Barry Bonds is the greatest hitter that's ever lived. I also enjoy shooting some pool or going bowling every now and then. Yeah, because you don't want to spend your money, Eli, do you? 5'10". GLM was taller than him in that Kindness Corner video. Exactly. Eli is not 5'10". Not a chance. But he apparently goes to the gym. He does all this fitness. Why is he so scrawny then? Where's his muscles? Where's the Greek Orthodox muscles that he should have? Where are they? Are they hiding in his morning cup of coffee? Are they hiding in the fact that he smokes and has energy drinks? I think so, Eli. And that is young Eli's dating profile. So make what you will of his dating profile. It is great content. But the Greek goddess, this guy catfishes women for entertainment on YouTube. He messages 50 to 100 women a day, takes them to a car park, grills them, and then if they're not good, puts content on YouTube. Who knew that Eli's life was so exciting? And here was me thinking that he didn't have a job and that all he did was live stream. Actually, he's catfishing women in car parks. Oh, the joys of having a part-time job, Eli. Must be making you a shit ton of money on YouTube, catfishing women. What do you do for your next trick, huh? You're going to film them being catfished? Because that would be great. You should go to a car park and catfish the woman and film it. You could stick it in your car, you could film them. It would be wonderful. We could see what a lady actually thought of you. I mean, let's be honest, Eli, you're not exactly pulling in the women. I may be single, but I'm not messaging 100 men a day. Dear God. Can you imagine me messaging 100 men a day? I haven't got time to message 100 men a day. I don't know what Eli's doing when he messages all these women. Is he just messaging any woman? He just literally goes through OkCupid and just clicks on all their profiles, sends the same message, and just expect women to suddenly want to date him? Who would win in a fist fight between me and Eli? Well, obviously you, Gordo. He's a weedy little fucker. I've actually met you, Gordo. You'd take Eli in a second. We could watch a pub brawl. You can take Eli to the Sad Joe's Anonymous pub that he goes to and apparently hangs with friends, and you can kick his ass outside. Fisticuff style. Man to man, as he calls it. Yeah, like I said, I've met you in real life, Gordo. And you've met me in real life. And Eli has no idea who he's dealing with. He doesn't. I mean, I got his dating profile in 12 hours. I asked for his dating profile that morning, and by that night I had it. I work quicker, Eli. If I want something, I get it. That's literally how my life works. If I want something, I get it. I asked for your dating profile and I had it by the end of the day. You're not the only person on YouTube with behind the scenes. And I may be a single woman, but I've got brains and beauty, Eli. Something you don't have either of, mind you. And we're not picking on looks. We are just speaking, as you call it, truth bombs. And I don't have sound effects, Eli, because we're not in the 80s. And I don't want to scare people off my channel like you do. We've been streaming for 2 hours and he hasn't popped in once because he has to sleep because he's streaming twice tonight. Eli's sitting in his mum's apartment all day messaging women. Then he does a live stream about complaining about being rejected. Of course. What else is he going to do? He has no friends. His family doesn't want to hang with him. He doesn't have an insurance company. He's not a life coach. What does he have left? All he does is sit there and talk to Dream and Furious Reactor, who is literally the scum of the earth. I bet he has contact script already typed. Yeah, copy and paste apparently. So I've heard he did. He's got 2 profiles. So I've heard he's got an OkCupid one, and he's got a Match.com one, and he copied everything from one to the other. And he does the same with his messages to the women. He types out this supposed nice man's speech to the woman, and then he copies and pastes it to 50 to 100 women a day, because apparently, get this, that is the only way you can get a woman on a dating site is by harassing half the platform. I mean, really, he should get a strike or a timeout by Match.com, because if you messaged 100 people a day on YouTube, they would probably time you out for harassment. But he can message 100 women a day and think it's perfectly fine, and then complain when no one subscribes. No one actually wants to be his partner. He's what you call the undateable. He quit his insurance business after Ronaldo contacted them and revealed that they parted ways with the cup years ago. Did they now? That's interesting. Yeah, Eli would like to think he's got his shit together. All he has is a stick, a cap. All he has is a sticky a cap. Yeah, he literally just copies and pastes. He's a small little man on YouTube playing in a big fish pond. And you know what happens to little fishies? They get eaten by the bigger ones. You should know this, Eli. Look at poor JB. Poor JB is going down the drain. You can't be the big fish forever. There's always a bigger fish coming up behind you, Eli. Always a bigger fish. I bet Eli pays for the premium memberships. Oh, yeah, so that he can send more. I have a dating profile. I have one on Tinder, and I have one on Plenty of Fish. I'm not messaging 100 men a day. I don't feel the need to have that much attention on me. That's why I haven't live streamed in a year. I don't need the attention, Eli. I don't need the watch time. I don't need millions of subscribers. I'm not hungry to make it on YouTube. I'm just honest with everything I've ever put on YouTube against you or anyone I've had beef with. I'm always honest and to the point. And I always have been. That's how my channel grows. Honesty. Truths. And these are real truths and real honesty. That's how my channel grows. It's by actually saying what's actually true, Eli. I don't sugarcoat stuff. I don't talk around people. I don't change stuff and twist it to my own benefit. The stuff I actually put out there on YouTube is 100% true. And the stuff I said about you the other day, about you whining and complaining and projecting and having no relationships and no content, and literally the embarrassment of you being a life coach was 100% true. I stick by everything I said in that stream. All 12 or 13 points were justified on every single thing I said. That you are wasting your time on YouTube. You have 2 people in your chat. You do not have a business with coaching because no one in their right mind is going to take advice from you, Eli. I feel sorry for Reactor and I hope Dream screws you over. I really do. I hope he hook, line and sinkers you, Eli. Because you'll be coming begging for content once your little minions have disappeared. You'll have no one left. Queen Helen Casey isn't even dealing with you anymore. And Muttnut, if they've got any sense, Muttnut will keep away as well. Because you're nothing but toxic, Eli. Nothing but toxic. Look at Furious Reactor. You convinced him to leave his girlfriend. And then you had a fight with him. And then you told him it was the worst mistake he could have made. You told him to leave his girlfriend. You told him to leave her. And then you bashed the boy when he disagreed with you on something. And now he's back up your ass again because you've promised him all these hopes and dreams that he has and sugarcoated the bullshit that you actually have planned. And that you use everybody that you come in contact with on YouTube. I've made some wonderful friends knowing you, Eli. I can say that. I met Jamie when he came over to my channel. When you came to mine and they followed, I met Joe Buddy through Jamie because they were bullying you at the time. I was live streaming. Eli came to my channel. Joe Buddy, Jamie, can't think who else came with him. And they all came to my channel and Eli was saying that he was being stalked and harassed and that these people were being mean to him. And I started watching his channel to find out who these guys were. Because at the time, I didn't know a lot about Jamie. I didn't know a lot about any of them. I'd heard that there was this group out there targeting people, as Eli puts it, targeting people. They're literally just targeting Eli, but you know, let Eli have 5 minutes of possibly they were targeting him at the time, and he was promoting the fact that he was being targeted, and it was poor Eli, and that people should feel sorry for him. So I started going to Eli's channel and started seeing Jamie and Joe and everyone in there bashing him and hearing Eli's bullshit repeatedly. And then when he lost his first channel due to being a complete wimp and going off YouTube, he then came back. He then came back and started a new channel and claimed he'd had an epiphany and that he was a new man and a new channel was going to arrive. And then he did the same shit for at least a year. Same stuff day in, day out, mentioning JB, mentioning liking theory, ragging on them, wallet watching, and just generally being the same old Eli that apparently was trolled in the first place and that they drove him off YouTube. So the first thing he did when he came back was start on them again. He started on them all again and harassed them and were making numerous videos on them and claimed that they were harassing him. And at that time, I was in the background of Eli's channel, spying on him, feeding content to people, hiding shit, and generally being the eyes and ears behind the scenes and playing what everybody thought was playing Eli's field, i.e. being friends with him, talking behind the scenes with Eli. It was all a front. When he came back, he was the same cuck he'd been before. Yeah, nothing ever changes. There's no epiphany. He hasn't suddenly turned into this new man. And I was behind the scenes, as he calls it. I didn't have a conversation with Eli ever behind the scenes. I wouldn't do it. I didn't lower myself to that. But I kept making excuses because I have kids to get out of being behind the scenes with him And I just used what I got from people like Furious and other people that I knew that were close to him that would feed me stuff because they're stupid. And they were feeding me stuff behind the scenes, and I was just playing along. I was literally Eli's biggest troll, biggest anti-supporter, and he had no idea. I used to comment on his work and say how great it was and big him up, and all the time I was stabbing him in the back. Who knew that a woman could be so evil, as he calls it? I'm probably the devil woman, so believe what you like, Eli. If you want to call me the devil woman, if you want to believe that I really did like your content, you're quite delusional, my friend. I was there sneaking behind the scenes and plotting against you as much as everybody else. You deserved everything you got from them. And I don't pity you, Eli. I really don't. I believe that you deserved everything you got. You claim you're innocent. You claim you've never done anything to anybody. I know for a fact that RJ and Gemma were literally bullied off your channel. You are horrible to both of them. RJ is a blind YouTuber, and Gemma has autism. And my son has autism, so you're playing with the wrong people when you're messing with Gemma. Oh, no worries, Riley. I won't be on much longer anyway. I literally just wanted to have fun with Eli today because I knew he was going to talk about me last night, and I knew he was going to watch my channel today. He just can't help himself. He just wants a piece of Raven, like all men. He can't stand strong, independent women having an opinion on him. And unfortunately, you can think what you like, Eli. I was your biggest undiscovered troll. Even when you banned me, you had no idea what I'd been up to. You caught me in Jamie's stream. You claimed Jamie stole me. I don't think Jamie steals people. I think maybe, just maybe, people like Jamie's content. It is possible to watch other YouTubers. I've never heard Riley go, you can't watch Jamie if you're in my chat, or vice versa. They're not petty to that extent like you are, Eli. That always gives Eli away. Yeah, Eli was here because there's a dislike. Oh no, what am I going to do? So there's a dislike, Eli. If you'd have had balls, you'd have commented in the chat, but you're not going to lower yourself to that because you might actually have shown that you came to my channel. I know. We know you're out there, Eli. You can come in my chat, you can put a stupid comment, all you like. It doesn't change who you are, Eli. It doesn't change your dating skills. It doesn't change that you have no skills in coaching. It doesn't stop the fact that your content on YouTube is reading a vlog. I've been on for 2 hours and I haven't read a vlog at all. I read your dating profile because technically that's more interesting. And we had to find the dirt on you, Eli. I had to know how this Greek goddess, who apparently is God's gift to women, was single, apparently. You know, you apparently claim you have a great profile, you have a great physique. Why are you single, Eli? That poor woman that you said was in her 40s, that was single, had no kids, and not married, you're exactly in the same boat as her. You are 40, you are single, you are not married, you do not have kids, but you claim there is something wrong with this woman because she is single in her 40s with no kids and not married. Well, you're exactly the same. You're not married, you have no kids, you are in your 40s, but apparently the woman has something wrong with her, but it's perfectly fine for a man to be in his 40s and single. How does that work, Eli? Double standards would spring to mind on that. I think women have the right to be single. They have the right to not have kids. They have the right to never marry. Some people go through life happily non-married with no kids. They have a partner, or vice versa. No one has to follow these strict rules of being married, having kids, and living happily ever after. This is the real world. This is no fairy tale, no soap opera. This is real life. And if women want to be single and sleep around and not have kids and not marry, that is a woman's prerogative to do so, Eli. You cannot put a watch timer on women's ovaries. If I decided years ago that I didn't want kids, I wouldn't beat myself up about it. I've had 3 kids and I'm quite happy to have no more. But I am in my 30s. I have had 3 kids and I am single. Does that now mean I'm undateable? Because I have 3 kids, 2 of which are adults, mind you. I only have 1 that's actually still classed as a child. So does that mean I've hit my peak, Eli? I have kids. I'm not married, but I'm single. So because I have kids from previous relationships, that obviously makes me undateable. I'm obviously recently single, and as by your profile, that means that I'm undateable for at least 6 months because I have to be emotionally ready to date. And I'm not married because I hadn't, from what I can see, met the right man. So that also makes me undateable because I haven't married. But if I've married before, I'm guessing that makes me undateable because the man had to divorce me for a reason. See, there are always ways around taking whatever you want to hear, Eli, and putting your own spin on it. You claim that women cannot be single in their 40s and not want kids or marriage, but you are exactly the same. You're not married, you don't have kids, you're in your 40s, but it's wrong for a woman? Double standards, Eli. That's not very good life coaching either. If you're past it. Yeah, you're past it. I'm a has-been. I'm a goner. The dating ring does not want Raven in it. What am I going to do? I'll just have to use my free time and listen to the dating advice from Eli because apparently he can get me a man. Yeah, Eli can get me a man. Isn't that just the craziest shit you've ever heard? Who would take dating advice from Mr. I can't get anyone? Like seriously? You can try, Eli. Oh, you can try. But yeah, it's amazing. So I guess my stream was disliked. Well, Eli, amazingly, it doesn't have your name in the actual title. Did you realize that? Were you so fixated that the listening to the wonderful advice on my channel was somehow connected to you? And that you were delusional on the fact that the advice you actually give is actually worth listening to? Is that it? Were you that delusional to think that the advice I was listening to that was any good was you? Because we already discussed this earlier, and if you wasn't listening, Eli, the advice I was taking was from the audience in my chat. The good advice was their advice. If you think that listening to you gave me some good advice, I actually was listening to you last night in bed at 4 a.m. and I actually nodded off to sleep. You actually listen to yourself sometimes. You actually bore people to sleep. I'm sure many people have thought, let's watch Eli and go and fallen asleep, guaranteed, Eli. Your voice is so monotone and so tedious, and you read blogs and you just go on about the past, and holy shit. No one needs to hear your love life for the 30th time today. And I am sure, and we can put money on it, that you will mention Dana in your next 2 streams today because you just can't let her go. It's a sad life we live in, Eli, where you have to regress constantly. And as you put it, we should be looking forward. But you can't let Dana go. You have to keep regressing. Have you tried moving forward, not talking about your ex-girlfriend? I mean, you are technically have moved on. You are technically harassing women in car parks now. So that's a step in the right direction, I guess. But it's also a step in the right direction to you being single forever, I'm guessing. Most women will not go to a car park with a strange man. And when you suggest buying a coffee, you're like, whoa, hang on a minute. You ain't getting a cup of coffee. You haven't promised me your ovaries yet. Because that's what it costs for a cup of coffee. He said it himself that he can't put money into a relationship unless he's getting something out of it. That's a great tactic to dating somebody. Great tactic. I have to hold my hand up to you, Eli. Not spending a penny is so worthwhile to stay single for eternity, because what am I going to do with all this money when I die? You can't take it with you. You're meant to find a person and shower love, appreciation, and share good times with them. Amazingly, Eli, you can spend money doing this. Did you know that? Not all girls want to go on free walks constantly and maybe go to a food bank to get dinner because you're too cheap to pay for it. Women like to be wined and dined, Eli. And if that costs you a couple of bucks, then so be it. But I've been on here for 2.5 hours, and amazingly, we have learned some valuable lessons here today. I hate to say it, but I am not a life coach. But I believe that the pearls of wisdom that I have portrayed on this channel today outweigh the bullshit that Eli talks. I have to toot my own horn and tip my hat with his little dorky peaky cap that the advice I give is better than Eli will ever give. So if you have any problems, need any advice, for the love of God, don't go to Coach Eli's channel. Come to mine. We can talk it out, we can hash it out, and we can find a way round of you crawling to the bottom of the barrel and going to Eli's channel. Because once you hit Eli's channel and you're asking for advice, you have hit the point of no return. Wise words from a supposed mentally unstable woman from the UK who is obsessed with Eli's coaching style. I am obsessed with Eli's coaching style. Don't get me wrong. He is absolutely terrible. And I love watching him because his advice is possibly the worst I've ever heard. So if you'd like to see more great content, then you can like and subscribe to my channel. And I don't implore you to visit Eli's channel and watch his content unless you honestly would like to be bored to tears. Most Walmart car parks have at least a McDonald's. The gas to drive there would be more expensive than meeting one. That would be at least less awkward. Yeah, he didn't want to buy a woman a cup of coffee or take them to dinner because there might not be anything after that. So he's not willing to spend $10 on a date for fear that it might not work. So your first opportunity to shower a woman and show them what a great, kind, compassionate guy is to buy her a dinner. But you want to meet her in a car park and grill her for 30 minutes. I don't know where you get this dating advice from, Ela, and I can see wholeheartedly why you are single. Let me help you, Eli. Let me create your dating profile and let me help you talk to women where you don't seem to come off as a complete creepy narcissist. Let me help you, Eli. I was in a relationship for 13 years. I know exactly what men want. I know how to talk to them. I know how to date one. I know you're not dating a man, Eli, but I can help you in your life. So I implore you, Eli. The offer is there. Let me help you rewrite your dating profile, get you back in the game with a woman that you can then put on YouTube and literally destroy her life. The same as you did today now. Now, if you want to see more from me, I live stream on the cusp. You never know when it's going to happen. These have been happening more recently because Eli loves to hear my voice and watch my channel. And I'd hate to not give him the privilege of hearing me, because my advice is actually great. And I listened to his advice this morning, and oh dear God, he can bore the eyes off most people. But thank you to everyone that's come to my stream. There are so many of you to mention, but we will mention just a few. Coach TP, Gordo, Riley, of course, my little conspirate on YouTube. Lycan Theory even popped in with his busy schedule of trying to take the cut down. Maisie came in, who I haven't seen in absolutely ages. Barry's vlogs came in, love your shorts. Gemma came in as well, Gemmy Journey Grace. Katie came in, which is my son's girlfriend, who also has a hatred for Eli massively. So don't worry, Eli. Everyone that hates you on YouTube isn't going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere. You can call me that lady all you like, the mentally unhandicapped, unstable woman, but I got your dating profile in 12 hours, Eli. Amazing what I could do in 24. Amazing. So if you want to see more from me, please do give this big thumbs up. Stick it to Eli, because he's thumbed it down. The poor guy was just so upset there were only 2 people in his chat and there were more in mine. I know, he's butthurt. But if you want to see more from me, you can check out my channel. There's tons of contents on there, even dating advice. So if you need dating advice, go for me over Eli. Plenty of videos on there with content that would literally surpass Eli in a second, with the content, the value, the work that's put into it, the research, and just the fact that I'm in it is probably a bonus. But I will see everybody very soon. If you haven't already, I implore you to unsubscribe from Eli. Don't watch his content. Public announcement. Don't watch Eli. I will see everybody very soon for another stream. Thank you to everybody that's participated. I love you all. And Eli, go fuck yourself. Good night all.